And so when I went to his office, and I remember different people had come up to me for a while saying you have to meet Stephen Lewis. Taj Mahal comes to Agape, had told me he had some benefit, his girlfriend, and different people that I known and respected were telling me about their work with Stephen, and I should meet him, and the time had never come about. And so as soon as I landed, I knew I had to meet him. So through some kind of way, we had a mutual relationship. I think it was Clarence Avant's wife that had also been talking to me about him, and I finally went to see him in his office, and when I walked into his office and he stood up and we shook hands, it's like I re-met Stephen. I knew Stephen already. Even though this was my first time, it's like we met again. It's my first time meeting him in this incarnation. But after 5 minutes, it was like we were like old buddies. And he explained to me how it worked, and I explained it back to him, and he said something very fascinating to me. He said, "You're the first person to ever come in here and actually understand the program." And I said, "I understand. I read the book. I understood it." So it was, I understood what was going on. It was totally believable. It was totally within my paradigm. It wasn't a stretch. Because once you understand prayer, and you understand the non-locality of prayer, and you understand the holographic understanding how everyone, as he was saying, is a hologram, everyone carries the whole of the whole, then you can understand how this works. What he had done, and his genius, is he was able to take the technology of prayer and healing and actually put it in technology. And so it would only boost any other work that one was doing on a spiritual level. So I was able to grok it very fast.
Could you explain that a little bit more, how he was able to take prayer and healing and put it in technology so the listeners can really put their arms around this?
You're asking me?
I am.
Well, if I could break it down into my way, Stephen has a way of, because he doesn't deal with disease, or doesn't even diagnose disease, actually. But he has a way of taking these frequencies that would manifest as particular maladies in our body, and I'll break it down my way, then Stephen can correct me. And and he has a way of taking a frequency. Everything is vibration. Everything is energy, as we've talked about. And he can actually, because nothing nothing has distance or time or space to it. His technology can actually, through the via of your picture, take the frequency that is, let's say, an antidote or the opposite, and detox the other frequency out of your matrix. And so it's like a homeopathic vibration. And so just as prayer, if I sit and I pray for you, Janet, and I continue to know the truth about you, I would say there's really nothing to heal in you. There's just something to be revealed. There's a pattern of perfection already there, but it's covered up by something. And so if I spend enough time speaking the word and holding the space for you, then that which is inhibiting your perfect pattern from emerging would begin to detox out of you, begin to dissolve, begin to transmute, and what would be left would be the pattern that's already there. So Stephen is able to amplify this and magnify this through technological means. And the difference is, it's happening all the time. It's not like if somebody prays for you, they may stop praying in 5 minutes, but this thing is going on all the time. So it's a tremendous boost.
Thank you. That was beautiful. And Stephen, you make a clear distinction between healing and curing in the book. What is the difference, and why is the difference important?
Oh, well, it's fundamental. To begin with, when you speak about curing, it's going from the outside in, something done to you. Something on the outside will poison something within you, or it will burn it out of you, or it will excise it with a knife. That's curing. It is coming from the outside. Healing occurs from the inside and comes out. So when something is deep within you, as you heal it, it comes to the surface, and you feel it. You can feel it coming to the surface. And that is what healing is. And healing occurs in, once again, I hate to be redundant, but it's my destiny, I think. Healing occurs in consciousness. When you heal something in consciousness, it can no longer live within your body. Your body is just a reflection. It is not a cause. Your consciousness is the cause of it all. And that's the fundamental difference. I mean, you can speak of disease, but disease is simply the manifestation of a lack of consciousness. Once something becomes conscious within you, you can and will heal it. And healing has occurred long before the AIM program or I or anyone else, here on this planet right now existed, in this form at least. Healing is universal. It's always happened. And it happens within consciousness. I mean, the best understanding is this. If you have something in your life, whenever it was, if you believe in past lives, as I do, let's say 5 or 6 Janets ago, that you cannot possibly deal with, whether it's a sense of shame or fear or whatever. Well, you've got 2 things to do to get away from it. You got to make sure no one else can see it. That's important, right? I mean,
depends upon what moment you're asking.
You've got to take it one step further. You got to make sure you can't see it. Now you got it completely covered, except for one minor problem. It's still there. And so you will not feel whatever this is, but it will then manifest instead in a physical realm, because that consciousness created a physical expression of it. It's going to be there. And so you heal it by making it conscious.